All right, Andrew, this is the kit that I put together at Evans and Sutherland 20 years ago. More than that, actually, in 1999, 2000 probably. I got this cute little cart. It's a mobile cart. It's kind of nice. It was intended to be able to be moved around wherever you needed it to go. I always had like a power cable, you know, the one switch to control everything. This is a hot stripper, so here's our chucks, right? That will fit our 250 micron buffered fiber, both left and right. And this is the PM, the FSU 995 PM. And so you can see that we have the ability to rotate left and right. I think if I go into alt mode, I can rotate the left chuck, right? You can see you can rotate that. Super cool. And rotate the right chuck as well. So that feature works really great. As you know, for PM fibers, really good. I have done some splicing. I have some Panda fiber here left over from the good old days, probably made by Oz Optics, if I remember, and old Amherst stuff with heat shrinks. And this is a cleaver in great condition. I've recently cleaved with it. It works really quite well still. It's ultrasonic cleaner that comes with it, and these chucks fit quite nicely. After you hot strip, come over here. Well, first, you measure it out. This is super cool. You stick your chuck here, you get your fiber, you measure the length of the strip that you want, clamp, take that off, bring it over to the hot stripper, put it into the hot stripper, wait 10 seconds, hold this with a clamp it, and with the other hand strip it. So the hot strip gives you a really nice clean hot strip. Then you come into your ultrasonic bath, right? The chuck fits nicely in there, and then there's a button here that you can push, and it'll run this for 10 seconds, or there's some specified amount of time that it runs. It gives it a nice clean stripped fiber. And then once that's done, pull it out, come over here. Of course, I would have had this open previously, so I'm not contaminating while I'm going. Stick the chuck in, right? Make sure it's aligned. Clamp, actually, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Clamp, apply the tension, and then that will go and cleave that off. Now you have a nice, beautiful, clean fiber. Make sure your window's open. Probably have to reset this. Let's see, am I still in alt mode? Close safety shield. Gonna rotate that back to normal. Open this, then this would go in. The fiber would go into the V grooves, the vacuum chucks, which work. The one part that I said was a little weird is that in this groove here, there's kind of a, I don't know if you can kind of see it, but there's some rubber. It's kind of occluding the channel a little bit. And sometimes you have to kind of be careful as you put the fiber down in there that it clears nicely and gets into the vacuum chuck V groove here nicely. So there's a little bit of, I don't know if there can be some adjustment made there. But once you've done both sides, close, you select the program that you want. Right now it looks like it's on a multi-mode program, but it has all sorts of different programs that you can select. Trying to remember how to get to those programs. I can figure it out, but it has a bunch of different built-in programs from Panda Fiber and Tiger Fibers, and you might remember these things from the late 90s and early 2000s, all these different PM polarization maintaining fibers, and then waiting for that patent on the Panda Fiber to expire. Those are all programmed in. And that's it. So there's the kit. I I thought this cart was a nicely sized cart. It has all 4 wheels will pivot, and you can get kind of tighter spaces, and it makes it nice for a mobile unit that can be used in the laboratory and taken to different tables and different stations to provide whatever splicing you need. The oven here still works really well, I noticed. So you can put a heat shrink tube on one of the ends before you splice it, and then this is kind of nice that rotate that back to normal. Once you've sorry, get that back to right about there. We go. Okay, so say like you've got a splice and it's done. It takes a little bit of technique, and since I'm holding the camera, I can't really do this for you. But you do these both at the same time, one for one. You gotta make sure this is flipped up. You do both. Can't do it because I'm holding the camera, but imagine my right hand lifting this one up, and you bring it right over to the heat shrink area. Close that. Hit this button. You can see that over here that went on. So the oven is now heating. After about a minute, heat shrink the splice, and then once that's done, flip it up. There's a little cooling tray on the back here where you place it. I usually would do this, like I would take the fiber out, right, and then heat shrink, and then cool it on the tray for like 30 seconds, and then you can touch it, and you're done. Okay, so that's what I've got. Talk to you later.